Picture this, a future, and it's not that far off, where the dollar in your pocket isn't what sets the price of your coffee anymore. What if there's a brand new financial system, right now, growing in the shadows, and it's all powered by AI? Today, we're diving into this potential new world order, a future that could completely redefine the middle class, your job, and frankly, your financial security.
Look, this goes way beyond just cool new gadgets. This is about a fundamental shift in economic power. So, the real question we've got to ask ourselves is this: are we still citizens of a country, or are we slowly, quietly becoming subjects in a digital kingdom run by Silicon Valley?
So, what is this kingdom? Well, think of it like a parallel financial system, a shadow economy that's operating completely outside of government control. Tech giants have basically built their own central bank. And believe me, it never closes. And in this kingdom, the currency, it's not crypto, it's not cash. It would be something totally new, shadow credits. Let's just play this out. Imagine it's 2025 and a big liquidity crisis hits. Well, companies like Nvidia and Microsoft might just realize they own something way more valuable than money, raw computing power. They could start trading credits for access to this power, creating a super stable currency that's not backed by gold, but by machine intelligence itself. And we are not talking about some small-time operation here. Projections are already suggesting that within just a few years, a shadow economy like this could be worth an estimated $4 trillion. That's a massive hidden force shaping our world, totally invisible on any traditional balance sheet. All right, so how does an economy like this actually work? What's the engine? Well, it would be powered by a completely new kind of workforce, a digital agent army. Now, get your current smart assistant out of your head. We're talking about something entirely different. Agentic AI, or what we're calling independent agents, are the next huge leap. See, these aren't just tools you use, they're digital workers you deploy. They can manage entire projects, from planning a super complex international business trip to running a whole software development cycle, all by themselves. The difference here is absolutely fundamental. A smart assistant is reactive. It waits for you, it needs you. An independent agent is proactive. It manages tasks, it even manages other AIs to get a job done. It's really the difference between handing someone a calculator versus hiring an entire accounting department. Okay, and this is the part where the story stops being about abstract tech and starts being about your life, your career. This digital agent army is already having a direct, measurable, and pretty profound impact on the job market, especially for the middle class. And listen, the data is already rolling in, and frankly, it's pretty stark. Research is showing that since generative AI hit the scene, job postings for the roles that are most easily replaced by it have fallen by an average of 12%. This isn't some far-off prediction. This is happening right now. So check out this chart from a recent labor study. It basically lays out the new battlefield for jobs. The careers up in that top right quadrant, we're talking secretaries, financial analysts, even some programmers, they're right on the front lines. High exposure, high risk of being replaced. Meanwhile, down in the bottom left, you've got roles like police officers and dentists, and they're in a much safer spot. A huge divergence is already happening. And if you want to see what that divergence looks like in the real world, just look at this. This chart is tracking job postings for two professions. The blue line, that's dentists, low risk. The orange line, secretaries, high risk. And you see that dotted line right there? That's the launch of ChatGPT. Look at what happens after. The paths just split dramatically. One career path keeps growing, the other one goes into a nosedive. Okay, so that's the scary part. That's the risk. But what's absolutely crucial now is to talk about the solution. In this new world, your value isn't going to be about using AI, it's going to be about doing what AI can't. So let's go through a survival guide for the 2026 job market. First up, we've got the skills that are just deeply human. As AI takes over all the routine stuff, the skills that become priceless are the ones unique to us. The ability to make really complex ethical judgments, to build genuine trust with people and negotiate, to have deep emotional intelligence, and maybe most important of all, to be able to learn and adapt really, really fast, what some people are calling change fitness. And second, there's a whole new category of hybrid technical skills. And no, this isn't about learning to code, it's about agent orchestration, basically being a project manager for a team of AIs. It's about data criticism, not just taking an AI's answer as fact, but knowing how to question it,
how to spot its biases and its flaws. It's about being the strategist who designs how humans and AI can work together efficiently.
All right, let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture here. Because there is a fundamental and maybe even a fatal flaw in this whole new economic model. A paradox, right at its very core. This quote from the Daily Telegraph really just nails it. Machines don't buy cars. They don't go on vacation. They don't pay for Netflix. I mean, think about it. If you build a system that hollows out the middle class by replacing their jobs, who's left to buy all the stuff? Who are your customers? It's not progress. It's economic self-sabotage.
And all of this, it brings us right back to you. We've talked about the new kingdom, its currency, its digital army, and the impact it's having. The only question left is, what's your role going to be in this new digital world?
The hard truth is, this new economy has a brand new rulebook. And if you don't understand the game that's being played, you risk becoming not a player, but just another piece of data being bartered in that shadow market. The question is, which one are you going to be? Because right now, that choice, it's still yours.